Right now I'm on Lancaster Avenue, West Philly, 43rd Street. I done been to 65th of Lansdowne, 43rd, 64th of Hereford, 63rd, and Arch. Like I can tell you, like it's been plenty of places that I've been, and I done been around countless people and did like countless things. So all I'm saying to y'all is as we go on with this documentary, I want y'all to pay attention and learn something from it. Because didn't nothing come out the end of this but a bunch of bullet holes and goddamn penitentiary time.
Yeah. That sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? Shit, if you don't do you, would do to me. Right. Cup for the liquor, blunt for THC, nigga. Hey. It's all about the vision. You niggas wasn't with me in the kitchen. I was talking money, they ain't never listen. Album going hard, life's the only in the mission. Looking, hoping for a chance that was never given. Now I'm back up in position. You can learn something, so pay attention. Can't tell you it's impossible, just focused on the mission. Keep taking my shot, I don't care if I've been missing. Cause the only person that can see the target is the one who see the vision.
I was only trying to be the best I could be. Found out there was nothing else.
When did you start cutting hair, man?
I started in 293.
In 293.
No, 93, 1993.
1993.
I got the barber's license in 95.
Okay. So when you got your barber's license, when you get your barber's license at?
I got my barber's license upstate. I was in the penitentiary of Dallas. I went to Camp Hill in June of 95 to take my barber's test.
Damn, so what made you want to get into cutting hair? You was already cutting hair?
No, I was watching people cut hair and I was seeing the shit that they could do. And I said, cutting hair is like a drug dealer. You make what you get. You know what I mean? And you go how far as you want to go. And if cutting hair is going to allow me to get somewhere, then that's where I'm going to go legally. That's what made me decide to want to start cutting hair, because I seen the money they was making. And I knew I was missing something somewhere.
Alright, so before the barbershop Mike became barbershop Mike, back then, I'm pretty sure it was no barbershopping going on.
No, it wasn't none of that. Pretty much, man, from, let's say, from the time I left Southfield in 83, by the time I got to Southwest, 83, 84, I started selling weed in school by 85, 86. Okay. Yeah, hell yeah, I was in Barsham. I was killing them in 86. I ended up getting locked up selling Dollar J's from beginning to the end. By 87, the motherfuckers sent me to Glen Mills for about 13 months. By the time I came home, it was just a drug game, man. And I got in where I fit in, with a few people, with a few friends, that as time go on, you'll see pictures of them and me with them. And as time went on, I associated myself with a lot of JBM bulls. I associated myself with a lot of mob dudes outside of JBM in different cities, Chester, Virginia, Maryland, Miami, as parts of where parts being a part of the city of Philadelphia. I got pictures to show that too. So like I said, as time go on, y'all gonna see, you know what I mean, why I was doing what I was doing, like every other person that's 53, 54, that had somewhere to go and was able to succeed in life. And I was able to succeed somewhere, but at that time, I only grabbed the opportunity that presented itself. If the opportunity was to be in a game, whether it was to get paid for doing something for somebody, hanging with somebody, I did that. I've been around some of the flyest people in the city, you know what I mean, hands down, and they still here. You know what I mean? But it's just part of life. After being shot 6, 7 times on 2 different occasions, a total of 9 times, I don't think nobody want to participate in none of these activities out here, but get a job. Because there's nothing good come out of that, getting shot here in the head, getting shot in the back, getting shot in the legs. That shit hurt. Don't nothing good come out of that. So all I do is recommend that y'all keep y'all head up, stay focused, and there's more to life than selling drugs and guns. Because if you got a gun and you get caught with it, now you asking for trouble. You need bail money, you need lawyer money, you need commissary. You barely got food to eat. How the fuck somebody gonna send you commissary? You gotta stay focused and keep your head up and get your head on and listen to old heads like me that's still here to tell y'all from the street and not from the ground.
Now, I'm pretty sure everything started going crazy after, like you said, you was in school hustling, doing your thing or whatever. They sent you out for a few months and everything. You came back. I'm pretty sure that's when everything started happening. Is that also when you first got shot in it? being
I got
involved
shot
in it, or
2000
beforehand?
I did 15 years in the penitentiary, never been shot. I come home after 15 years, you get shot 5 times. Why? Because some people didn't give a fuck about who you was. Some people don't give a fuck who you is or where you came from. But then you got some people that got respect for you, but don't get in your way. In this case, when you protecting somebody or riding with somebody, your problem, their problems become your problem. If I'm standing there talking to you and you got a problem now, that's my problem. So I was like the problem solver. Like you call me, I talk, people listen, there's no misunderstandings. But it was one this time, on 95 coming from the airport, when the motherfuckers threw about 50 bullets through the car. What can I say? I got shot 6 times, Paul last. What do I supposed to do? Get in or get out. It's nothing that we can do. We gotta take the good with the bad with this.
Yeah, right? That's a fact.
Right.
So, how did you get to 15?
Man, I caught a murder back in '89 down Clark's Park. A senseless murder. We can say it now, but back then, it was either him or me. Them or us. Like, sometimes you gotta take the good and the bad with this one, because like I said, in the game, is either you gonna be them, or it's gonna be you. It's up to you to decide what you want and how far you wanna take this in life.
Okay.
So I wound up catching a homicide back in 1989 of April, March. And I wound up going to jail for 15 years. I came home 2003 of June.
When did you hit the street?
Man, I had friends
You
that
already
told
know.
me back in about, I ain't gonna lie, about 79, 80. I was about 11, 12. And I had a homie that was 15 at the time, used to steal cars. His favorite car was an Audi 5000.
That used to be
And I think I got locked up in about 80. I was 11. They didn't know what the hell I was doing. Stealing cars. Audi 5000 back in 1980. That's what the hell, that's what introduced me to that. Not to mention, back in around June or July 1975, I witnessed my uncle kill his brother in the house. That was the turning point. By 1982, 83, my mom died, my sister died, 2 of my uncles got killed. I done seen death running all through my house by the age of 13.
So by that time, it was already a pattern.
Yes,
By that
it
time.
really was. I was accustomed to seeing death. Like, it was hard. You know what I mean? Not that I lived and had a hard life, because I didn't. It was just seeing death so young, so soon.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have witnessed 5 or 6 murders by the time I was 13 years
So
old.
the first one you said was your uncle. What age were you then?
I was about 5 years old, 6 years old when I seen my uncle kill his brother in the house we lived in down South Philly.
And that followed up with,
My
as far
little
as
sister
passing.
dying. No, his brother getting killed in 81. My little sister died on Thanksgiving of 82. My mom died May of 83.
So you talking about year after year,
After a year.
you losing somebody.
Losing somebody.
Yeah.
Not to mention my father died in 75, right along with my uncle getting killed. Then his brother got killed in 1981. And then my little sister died at Thanksgiving of 82. And my mom died May of 83.
During those times, of course, you had the whole pretty much string of deaths happening. Where was your mind state? Where was your mind frame during that time? And what was you actively doing?
Actually, when my uncle got killed, I wasn't doing nothing. Let me tell y'all, let me explain something to y'all, whether y'all want to hear this frame of mind or not. The frame of mind I had at the time was I didn't want to hurt nobody or do nothing to nobody and didn't deserve it. In my mind on this case, what places of ours to deserve or say who deserved what. But my mind, if I kill somebody or hurt somebody, it's because they deserve it. Now, some people didn't, some people did, but you gotta ask yourself if it's you or them. I don't recommend nobody play with no guns, sell no drugs, go to school and get an education. But when you got to figure out when you lose somebody from death, where your mind frame at. You wasn't born a gangster, you weren't born a killer. But when you hang with killers and gangsters, at some point, you become that person. Not because you want, because that's what you become. You didn't ask to become a killer, but that's just something that happened because you didn't see somebody that was that close to you, that was that tight to you, that you share love. I don't know nothing about an op. I don't know nothing about. I know that you was an enemy. I know that you somebody I don't fuck with, and I don't need around me. Anything other than that, I don't know. But my frame of mind, when I lost somebody, it was anger, frustration, and one of the main things is wow. I done got locked up for robbery with my homies in the Southwest. I just ran the streets to do what I ever sit at the supermarkets, bags from quarters, 50 cents.
Anything to get your bread.
Anything to make the bread as a young boy. Like I work with my uncle doing little construction work or whatever like that. Like I did that little sheetrock. I worked when it was $2.50 an hour, $1.25 an hour. When it was $125 a week, we was happy as shit because our sneaks was like $25 that you paid $100 for it now. So I had it a little bit better back then than I did, you know what I mean, as time went on. Now, for the sake of just being 54 years old now, just think growing up in the 80s, how it was.
Now, that friend that you first started out with, do you still know him? Do you still?
Oh man, he's doing life right now.
Ooh.
His brother was one of my friends named Lil Vernon Brown, 13th Street, South Philly. In 1983, that boy walked from 15th and Catherine to 49th and Greenway to my mother's funeral. My Aunt Pam stopped the funeral procession in the middle of the street to let this bull get in the car.
Were y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all wasn't locked up together, were y'all?
No, man, me and him lost communication. He got locked up before me. And can I tell you, every time I seen him, it was a hit and miss. I rolled past him and then he knew who the hell he was. And I didn't find out, I know who he was until after he died or got killed or whatever down Marshall Village somewhere a couple years ago. But man, his brother, Lil Dicky, is still cool right now to this day. I see Lil Dicky every now and then from 13th Street. Good close friend of mine from South Philly. This was the life before Southwest. South Philly just introduced me to Southwest on a whole nother level.
You started going to Southwest when?
I started going to Southwest in the late 70s, early 80s. When my mom died in May of '83, I officially moved to Southwest to 49th and King Cecil, where I had a boatload of family that was from Woodland Avenue or associated themselves in that area of some nature. You know what I mean? But I was from down South Philly, 15th and Catherine, which was known as Clymer Street, 15th and Clymer back in the day.
That transition, that's what made that transition easy then. If you're going from Southwest, already got family in Southwest. So you're already comfortable, already doing what you do.
Right.
So when did it start getting too deep? Because I know you mentioned you got shot. I know that wasn't the first time that you got shot. How many times have you actually been shot?
I've been shot
I think I only remember
about
like twice.
About 9 times. I got shot first time. I got shot 1, 2, 3, 5. The first time in 2005. The second time I got shot twice. In my back and in my neck in 2017. Of course, when I'm talking about these shootings, it was an era that occurred where different levels of individuals who didn't exist when I first started hustling existed now. Back then, one person ran a neighborhood, not every person had a block. So it was a difference. Now, when people see you as Mike, or he used to be with Frog, or Frog used to be with Lil Bucky, that was Mike. I became Barbershop Mike in 92, 93. So anybody that knew me after that said that's Barbershop Mike. Niggas know that I was putting in work. Chester, out Virginia, Philadelphia, Williamsport, and that's how it went. Like, them was the different eras.
Yes, sir. So, pretty much, like you said, you ain't never changed. You was still Mike. The only thing that changed about you is the fact you was doing hair, which changed the Barbershop Mike.
Which changed the Barbershop Mike. I put the clippers down, I come get you. But I didn't want that to be the life I wanted to live. You know what I mean? When I became Barbershop Mike, that's what I wanted to do. Cut hair. I wasn't forced into this way of life. Like, this was how it's supposed to be, rather whatever. I'm just a barber, just was trying to make ends meet. I run into a lot of drug dealers, a lot of people in the street from being a barber. Like the flyers barbers get the flyers, whatever. If you at the top of your game, if you a doctor, lawyer, whatever, at the top of your game, then I'm cutting your hair. It's not my fault that people see me for what I'm worth. And if you know that I can make this money and do this, barbershop Mike, you can ask me about anybody. If I fuck with you, I'm gonna tell you. If I don't fuck with you, I'm not telling you nothing, because it ain't for you to know.
Exactly.
I mean, so this why I wasn't basically just going all out, putting my personal business out there just cause. People was asking me who am I wasn't asking them who is they.
Yeah. That sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? Shit, if you don't, then you would do to me. Right. Cup for the liquor, blunt for the THC, nigga. Hey. It's all about the vision. You niggas wasn't with me in the kitchen. I was talking money, they ain't never listen. I'm going hard, life's the only in the mission. Looking, hoping for a chance that was never given. Now I'm back up in position. You can learn something, so pay attention. Can't tell you it's impossible, just focused on the mission. Keep taking my shot, I don't care if I've been missing. Cause the only person that can see the target is the one who see the vision.
I was only trying to be the best I could be. Found out